As some of the top Republican presidential candidates have their third primary debate.
Noticeably absent on the stage tonight will be frontrunner former President Trump, who will be holding an event of his own not far from there. And we have live team coverage on the Republican race. Roy Ramos is standing by in Hialeah, where Trump supporters are gathering at this hour.
And first, let's go to Local 10's Glenna Milberg, live now at the Arsht Center ahead of tonight's big debate. Glenna.
Three-peat, this one the Miami style, and I just want to start out by telling you Vivek Ramaswamy, they all came in for their walkthroughs today. He said he was coming from surfing. So you don't really see that in the other debates now, did you? But all five did their walkthroughs today. Heavy security downtown around the Arch. Let me take you to some video because the setup was all day and now they're just starting to clamp down. Governor DeSantis was first to do his walkthrough. He, of course, was in solid second place in past debates, not so much this time, vying with Nikki Haley for that second spot in the polls behind President Trump. So this should be like an interesting kind of dynamic between the two of them. Nikki Haley, former UN ambassador, might give her a bit more of some foreign policy chops while they talk about the wars in Gaza and Ukraine. All the rest, the five of them, were all here. Governor Christie from New Jersey was here, said hello to do his walkthrough. South Carolina Senator Tim Scott as well. And so the five of them will be on the stage, the fewest number of the debate so far, so we should hear some good interaction between them. And the network that is doing the debate, we don't know what questions they're going to ask, but it's so interesting to watch debates not only for the issues, but because of that dynamic. And all of these five GOP candidates now so far behind frontrunner former President Trump, they really are battling for second place. We understand Governor DeSantis, as sort of the one with the edge, will again take center stage with the five. We will have a lot more for you when we see you back here on Local 10 News at 5 and 6 to bring you more of the preps and the setup for the big GOP debate here in Miami. I'm Glenna Milberg reporting live, Local 10 News.
Surfing skills always come in handy when you're faced with a wave of criticism. Glenna, we'll check back in with you shortly. Thanks a lot. From Miami, we head to Hialeah now, where Trump will be taking on his own stage there.
That was pretty good. Local 10's Roy Ramos joins us live with that part of our team coverage. Roy.
Nicole and Calvin, the president, or former president, I should say, is still 2 hours away from his arrival, but we are still seeing supporters gathering here, and you can see them now filing into that stadium right there. Still many road closures here in this area as well, off of Palm Avenue and 49th Street. But supporters that we are speaking with say it is rallies like this that really gain traction and support for the former president.
I've been here since 8 o'clock.
Trump supporters gathering in Hialeah hours ahead of former President Donald Trump's arrival, where he's expected to hold a rally at 6 Wednesday night.
I hope to hear that he will be our president for 2024.
The planned rally at Ted Hendricks Stadium, Trump's latest attempt to draw attention away from the Republican National Committee-sanctioned debates. You may recall in August he skipped the first two debates, rather choosing to attend smaller engagements.
Well, I think it's just to point out to the people who aren't aware of what's going on that he's in charge.
More people are going to probably watch in and watch the debate.
Trump's allies saying there's really little reason for him to attend the debates when he's running more than 40 percentage points ahead of his nearest competitors, according to recent polls.
It's all strategically done by him. I love Trump.
The rally here in Hialeah expected to cause major traffic delays around the stadium as all roads leading in began to close at 9 this morning. As supporters await the arrival of Trump, their hope is he will once again be president.
Just can't wait for him to be back in office.
And as we come back out, we can tell you that supporters started arriving early here this morning, but we are still seeing them continue to trickle into this stadium. The program expected to begin at 6, and Trump expected to take the stage at 7. We will be here for that. For now in Hialeah, Roy Ramos, Local 10 News.
Okay, Roy, thanks a lot. And right now, there are several major road closures because of those rival Republican events.
And you know there's going to be a lot of traffic, so Janice is here with how to get around them.
Yeah, let's start with the RNC debate. So this is all taking place at the Adrian Arch Center, and because of that, there are several road closures because of it. Let's start with the MacArthur Causeway, though, because as you're heading westbound on the MacArthur Causeway to US 1, that off-ramp is going to be closed, and we're already seeing those slow speeds right where that off ramp is. Your speeds are coming in at 8 miles per hour. So if you're heading westbound, you're leaving Miami Beach, you're trying to get to I-95, you're going to want to go ahead and take your alternate, which is going to be the Julia Tuttle Causeway. Now let's talk about those closures around the Adrian Arch Center. US 1 is what we're looking at. Northbound and southbound is going to be closed between Northeast 11th Street and 15th Street. You're going to have a couple alternates in this case. You could take Northeast 1st Avenue, or you can take Northeast 2nd Avenue, or avoid this area altogether if you don't have to be there. And one more closure right around the Adrian Arch Center is going to be North Bay Shore Drive. You can see it right there. That closure is going to be right at Northeast 13th Street. But we've also got a rally in Hialeah. Roy Ramos was live at that scene, so let's show you where those road closures are taking place. Again, this is in Hialeah, all around Mylander Park. So if you're familiar with that area, you can see that Palm Avenue is closed from 49th Street to 45th Street. We are also seeing some closures right at 45th Street there near Immaculate Conception Catholic Church. So Mylander Park, really all the areas there, you're going to have those road closures. Of course, there will be police on the scene with plenty of detours. But like I said, if you don't have to be in that area, just avoid it altogether.
My, okay, Uber Eats tonight. Thanks a lot there, Janice. Stay with Local 10 for continuing coverage. Our own Lana Milberg will be at the debate tonight. And today, Stanwood is covering the Trump rally. Look for their live reports all throughout the day.
Meantime, former President Trump's eldest daughter, Ivanka, testified today in her family's fraud trial in New York. But unlike her brothers and father, Ivanka is not a defendant in this case. Our D.C. Bureau Chief Ben Kennedy is live in Washington with much more. Ben.
Nicole, Ivanka was asked about the deal to buy the Doral Golf Club in South Florida, claiming to have little knowledge about the family business finances. But the Attorney General disagrees.
Ivanka Trump arrived at a New York courthouse Wednesday to testify in a civil trial against her family's business dealings, accused of inflating the net worth of the Trump Organization assets by upwards of $2.2 billion. She is the fourth and final member of the Trump family to take the stand. But unlike her brothers and father, former President Donald Trump, Ivanka is not a defendant after an appeals court removed her from the case, saying her alleged conduct is outside the statute of limitations.
She will attempt today to distance herself from the company, but unfortunately the facts will reveal that in fact that she was very much involved.
The New York Attorney General argues as an executive vice president for the family business, Ivanka helped use the Trump Organization's financial statements to lock down multi-million-dollar deals for the company, deals they say she benefited from financially.
Ivanka Trump secured, negotiated loans to obtain favorable terms based on fraudulent statements.
The Attorney General is seeking $250 million in damages and to bar Trump and his sons from doing business in New York. Reporting live in Washington, D.C., Ben Kennedy, Local 10 News.
Yeah, thanks a lot.